Hello, everyone. Oh, can everyone hear me? Let me know. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties today. So let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. That would be perfect. Oh, yes. Okay, yay. Amazing. Well, hello, everyone. And yes, if you see any glitches happening, apologies. I'm on a different Wi-Fi today. So that always brings problems, but that's okay. And I think Jessie is off at the moment, but she's coming back. Unless I can't see her on my end. But we'll get right into it. Jessie will be joining us. But yes, welcome everybody. I hope you're having a great Thursday and that you're ready to learn all of the August social media news updates. Something great about August is that there was rarely any updates. Like there were a few, but not that many, which we love. So we will dive right in. So if this is your very first webinar with us, my name is Alyssa and I'm a community manager here at HeyOrca. So I do our webinars, our newsletter, our Facebook group, all that kind of stuff. And then later, Jessie, our director of marketing, will be joining me as well. So Lyle just put our LinkedIns in the chat. So feel free to connect with us and say hello. And also, if this is your first webinar with us, we love giveaways. So giveaways are something we do every single week, and you can actually win a $25 Amazon gift card.
I'm back. Oh my goodness, what a time.
I know. I was telling everyone we are having difficulties today, so please bear with us.
I am now hotspotting. It seems the safest option.
Yes. And I just skimmed over your intro, but I'll let you do your intro.
Oh, I'm sure you did a great job, but hey, I'm Jessie. I'm the director of marketing at HeyOrca, and really that just means trying to get more people to use HeyOrca because it's a great product. Share it with your friends. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Love that. But yes, for our giveaways, there's two ways to win a $25 Amazon gift card. So the first way, it's very easy. We have a poll right now going on our LinkedIn page. And the question is, which platform do you find the hardest to stay up to date with? On the poll, you'll see some options there. So go vote on that poll. And then tomorrow at noon, I will be picking a winner for the first Amazon gift card. And then the second one, you actually have all the way until Tuesday at noon for this one. So you have time, but you can share something that you learned in this webinar on LinkedIn, and then you can tag HeyOrca, and I'll be randomly selecting someone from there. So this one's a really easy one because since we're doing a social news update webinar today, just pick your favorite update and let your LinkedIn friends know about it. So you could screenshot a slide, you could just summarize something up. So this one you have until Tuesday at noon to participate. All right. And Lyle just put the link to the poll in the chat, so you can find it there. So we're going to dive right into it now. Let me get the presentation up. All right. There we go. Okay, so for this presentation, these are Google Slides that actually I will be, my chair. My chair just broke, everybody. This is like the craziest technical difficulties. I'm so glad you're all here to see it though. But it's fine, the chair is fine. Wow, oh my God, all the difficulties. Yes, everything's happening today. But let me just lower this. Okay, we're good. I was sitting on couch cushions. I'm currently at my mother-in-law's house. So that's probably why I'm not really on a real chair. All right, we'll get into it. I don't know what else is going to happen during this webinar. So keep your eyes peeled through the whole time. But we will get into it. So I'll be sending you these slides after this is done. And you can take these slides and you can present them to your team, to clients. You can brand it, do whatever you want with it. So I will give you all of these at the very end. And then, so today we're going to be going over, I'm going to go tell you a little bit about a few HeyOrca updates that we have. And then we're going to go through some trending audio. And then we have updates from Instagram, Threads, TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube today. So we didn't have any from X that were that significant. So there's none in there this time. Usually they have a lot. But for HeyOrca updates, and for all the HeyOrca customers in the chat right now, let me know out of all of these new features, which ones are your favorites. So I believe this was last week. We launched LinkedIn PDFs. So this one was probably our most requested feature request for so long.
Yeah, definitely. Now that I can talk and I'm unmuted, LinkedIn PDF was so highly requested. And yeah, I love that Adnan had created that, got it live, and yeah, so much positive reactions to that feature.
We love it. That's probably my favorite one in the past month. But we also did YouTube Shorts and YouTube publishing, I believe up to 10 minutes for a YouTube video. So that's really exciting. So if you're starting to put YouTube Shorts into your content strategy, we now have that in HeyOrca. And then a very exciting one was our UI reskin. So if you've been in HeyOrca and you've noticed it looking a little more fresh and clean, big shout out to Christine on that, who created just a beautiful makeover for us. So we love it. And then some other ones were notes. The notes features on all plans. We have hashtag suggestions, AI report summary, which is so good, saves so much time, and automated email reports as well. So a lot of really good ones in the past month or so. So let me know which ones have been your favorite in the chat.
I've seen quite a lot of LinkedIn PDF being brought up, which is exciting.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite of the group as well. Just makes it so much easier.
Yeah, I'd say that's my favorite. And then maybe AI report summary would be my second favorite because it's very cool. Very cool.
Very useful.
All right. So those are some updates from HeyOrca from the past month or so. But now we're going to get into trending audio. So as you know, we grab trending audio every single week and we update our blog posts with all of it on it. But I have grabbed a few that I liked in the past month. So I actually have those videos here. So I'm afraid the videos are going to just break the whole thing, but we're going to just see what happens. So here's the first one. So let me know when we go through all of the trends, which ones do you like and if you've seen them around. So here is the first one. That one I've seen all over, and I've seen a lot of businesses using it. So this one's a really easy one to apply to pretty much any industry, I feel like.
I love that it starts so inspirational sounding and then boom, it's fun.
I love it. This one's an easy one, and it's great because it's only 6 seconds. So you only have to take 6 seconds of a video, which is the best part. And here is another. Oops, let me press play.
Yes, Robert. What do you want now? More money, a check, a car, my soul?
That one's also good.
That one's so real.
I know. I've seen a lot of people doing this audio in the workplace because it just fits so perfectly.
It does, yeah. And we have Amber in the comments asking, I'm assuming for this most recent audio, but it's called It's Fantastic. Oh, sorry, no, it's called Original Sound. That doesn't help you, does it?
If you go to our trending sounds blog post, all the ones I'm showing right now are linked there. So you'll be able to find that audio and then also these videos as well if you would like to rewatch them.
Thank you, Lyle, for popping that in the chat because it makes much more sense than just it's original audio from me.
I feel like every audio is called original audio and it makes it so confusing to find things.
I agree.
And then this next one, this sound was really big when the Olympics were on. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of brands using this. So here's, I think Away did this one. It's a pretty good one, relating the Olympics back to your product, which is fun.
I've seen that one so much. I love it. Even we're still in the Paralympics, so there's loads of time to use that trending audio.
That's true. Very true. And I find like with trending audio, even if it's a month old, you can still use it. I think it's okay. And then I left this one last because we all know this audio. And I have a question for you after it's done.
See how I come to work? Very demure. I don't wear too much makeup. I don't come showing up with wing liner and lashes.
Very demure. So that has been everywhere, but now I'm seeing, and I understand when a trending audio becomes a little too much, you're like, okay, I've seen enough now, but I've seen all over LinkedIn, people are not wanting demure anymore. They're over it.
I have to admit, I think I'm on the over it side right now. I just saw so many people hop on it, which is great. Glad to take advantage of that trend.
Yeah, I think I'm over it as well. I think like that just is a good example of you just have to hop on it immediately, because if you wait even a couple days, sometimes that's when people are starting to get over it. So that's a very good example of if you see something trending, just go for it and try it out.
We have a mix of people. Lyle, I know that you love it forever and always.
Yeah.
We have a few people that are over it. Some still think it's funny. I still think it's funny.
Yeah.
It's overused as well.
I still say demure sometimes. I should probably stop.
I'm going to try saying it to my parents this weekend and see what happens.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that was the trending audio. There is much more on our blog that Lyle sent in the chat. So if you want to view more, you can go there. But I will pass it to Jessie, who's going to go through all of the lovely Instagram updates.
Amazing. My favorite platform. So I feel like it's a privilege to be able to talk about the updates. But first, a little trivia break for you all. What do you think is the most used hashtag on Instagram? Drop it in the chat. I'd love to hear what your guesses are. I think half of you will probably think, oh yeah, that makes sense. The other half will be like, interesting. I'm on the interesting side, so I'll be curious what everyone else guesses.
This one is interesting because I feel like I don't see it that often.
Yeah, same.
It seems most used.
Sorry.
Very demure.
Hashtag. Oh, we have such a mixed bag here. I have seen the right answer in the chat, though.
I was going to say, one of you are right.
All right, so I will go to the answer, and it is hashtag love. So, Melissa, congrats there. I think you're the only one who got it. Okay, perfect. So let's hop into some of the updates from this month on Instagram. The first one is one that you might have already seen on Snapchat if you're on Snapchat, but Instagram launches a test of the friend map. So if you've ever wanted to track your friends, well, Instagram is now testing it with the friend map feature. Basically, you'll be able to see where they are, and you'll be able to see any associated stories or posts created while they're there. So I personally, as soon as this came on Snapchat, I turned it off immediately, but I do know some friends still have it on. I'm curious if any of you would be using this once it becomes live for all accounts.
I feel like I would not, just because I don't think there's really a need. If you want to share your location with someone, you can share it through your phone somehow. You don't need to do it on Instagram.
Exactly. I share my location with my mom. That's it.
Same.
I feel like there's a lot of people in the comments that are on our side as well, Alyssa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does anyone have access to this? I personally don't. I think I get Instagram updates and the last wave.
Me too.
All right, next update. You can now add up to 20 slides to an Instagram carousel post. So if you ever uploaded an IG photo dump and wish that you could add more, well, 20 slides are available. And I think that's very exciting. My Instagram still is capped at 10, but I'm very excited for it to go up to 20. I'll personally be using it a lot for photo dumps mostly.
Yeah, mine, I'm also still capped at 10. I'm also the last to get everything. But yeah, I think for personal accounts, when you're doing photo dumps, I think this is handy. But I can see with brands, if you were to do a 20 slide carousel post, I think that might be too much.
I agree. But now I want to test it on our Instagram once we gain
just tell a
access.
story.
Yeah, exactly.
20 slide story.
Yeah. All right, Instagram looks to block screenshots. So you know when you send a DM to someone and you can choose to send a picture that disappears after they viewed it? Well, it seems like there were folks that were screenshotting that photo. And now Instagram is looking to block that just for, I'm sure, privacy reasons. I think this is a great idea personally. I think if you're choosing see it once, there's a reason for that.
Exactly. I think this is good.
Perfect. Instagram has updated its metrics to focus on views. So basically, views will ensure you have the same metric across Instagram and help you better understand how your content is performing, regardless of its format. So yeah, it's reforming its analytics, making views the primary focus over likes and followers, which I found very interesting personally. I think it makes sense for the reasoning. I'll be curious to see when it's fully ruled out because I'm still not convinced that we have this either on our HeyOrca account.
Yeah, I've seen very mixed reviews about this online of people's thoughts. Some people really like it. Some people aren't really here for it. So we'll see what people, think after it's been there for a while. Maybe people will love it. So yeah, I think we just need time to see if this is actually a good thing.
Yeah, agreed. And I would agree with you, Autumn. It feels like IG keeps switching which metrics are the primary focus. I can't keep up. Yep.
Yeah. As always.
Yes. I also just want to shout out Jen's post of the seamless carousels I could create with 20 pictures. She just put up a great post on her LinkedIn on how to do that. So I just love that you're going to try it with 20 photos. Can't wait to see how that goes.
Yes.
All right, Instagram is testing a new rectangular grid layout. Truthfully, it looks more like TikTok. That's the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, I honestly thought this was live a year and a half ago, and but then it went away. Maybe I just had a dream. I don't know, but I swear this was already live for a little bit. But yeah, now it will be testing your profiles. How do people feel about this, though? I know a lot of you are curating to that perfect square grid look. And now this might change that aesthetic a little bit. Some people don't care about that aesthetic whatsoever. So add in the comments. I'll be curious.
Yes, I've seen people angry about this just for the fact of they made their grid for that perfect square showing, and now it's kind of expanding a little bit. So yeah, I've seen some people not liking it. I've seen a lot of people actually do have this already. As usual, I do not. But yeah, let us know if you have it.
Yeah, and we have a few people saying not that happy about it. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable for sure. All right, Instagram is testing profile cards. So some creators have noticed that they now have access to profile cards on Instagram. These cards show a QR code for easy follow, then flips over to show your name, profile picture, and about section. And we have a picture of Goldie's profile card here for you all to see. I have not seen this in the wild yet myself. I'm curious if anyone else has seen it and what they think about it.
I also haven't seen it. I only saw it in Goldie's example here, and I do really like how it looks. I feel like this could be very helpful at like conferences or networking and events like stuff like that. I can see this being helpful for that.
True. We have a few. I don't have it yet. Ellie, my business account has it, my personal one doesn't. Interesting. Haven't seen it. Yeah, I agree with you, Alyssa. That could work really well for conferences. And as Kate was saying here in the comments, good for business as well.
Yeah.
Instagram is testing a way to tag broadcast channels in a post. So the latest Instagram update involves being able to tag a broadcast channel in a feed post, which is a great way to promote your exclusive community. Do you know what? I said that Instagram is my favorite platform at the beginning of this, and then I have never used a broadcast channel in my life, though, so I could not really report much on this one.
Yeah, when they first came out, I did join a few, but then I found I just kept getting notifications from it, so then I left them.
That's fair.
But I can see how they could be helpful if you wanted to like communicate in a closed community with maybe some of your biggest fans and stuff like that. But I haven't gotten that much into them. So
It's fair enough. Yes, too many notifications. Lyle joined a couple, and it always surprises her when she gets messages. If you are in a broadcast channel that you really like, please add it to the chat, because I think I need to give it a solid test at this point. It's been out for a while. All right, Instagram adds music to profiles. So this one saw when we first shared it on LinkedIn and on Instagram, quite a lot of folks had things to say about it. But basically, it's like MySpace all over again. You can choose a profile song and plop it on your Instagram. At HeyOrca, if this were to become available to our account, we would do Under the Sea, just because, we have Oscar as our mascot.
We have to do that. The minute we have access to it.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, in the comment section, when we've posted about this online, it was very mixed reviews. Some people are like, oh, this is so creative and fun. And others are like, no thanks.
Yeah, I can see how it just seems like an extra thing that doesn't really matter, but it's kind of more just fun.
I agree. Yeah, Jen says, I don't have it, but I want it. Honestly, same. I would love to have that. If for those who do want it, let us know what song you would put on your brand's profile. I'll be very curious to read those, or even on your personal profile. Before I move to Threads, I'm just going to see if anyone pops in a song in the chat. Yeah, MySpace vibes. I'm seeing that all in loads of comments here. MySpace trauma. Ooh, that is a great tool for music artists. I hadn't even made that connection.
That's true. I think they announced this new feature with Sabrina Carpenter when she released her album. She made like a profile song.
True. I remember that now. It stops playing as soon as you click into a post. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
All right, I'll pass it back to Alyssa for our Threads updates.
All right. And there's only one Threads update. So not too much happening with Threads as of this month, but before that, they were just launching new features left and right. So it's kind of like they're taking a break right now. But if you use Threads on desktop, you'll notice that there's now new analytics in their dashboard. So there's a bunch of different performance insights in there. So if you're on Threads on desktop, now you can dig a little bit deeper into your content. And let me know in the chat, is your brand actively using Threads? I always ask this question just because I'm so curious. So let me know.
I'm also curious. I know we ask it quite often, but curious about what the answers will be.
Yes. And then we'll get into TikTok. There's just a few, but before we get into it, of course, we have a trivia question. So, what is the most viewed video on TikTok? I was surprised about this myself, but let me know. Let me know what you think it is. Or you could say who, if there's like a creator maybe that you think would have it.
I echo Victoria. I know the answer, but I thought it was, or maybe it still is, a Charlie D'Amelio video.
I also thought that at first.
James Carl's Christmas video.
All right. I'll give you another couple seconds to guess.
You can also add in just a creator name if you're not quite sure of which video.
Yeah.
Kara, you're saving a lot of time by not being on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah, just don't even go on it.
Yes.
Don't even start. It's a deep hole. Okay, it is Zach King's Harry Potter illusion video. So in this video, he makes it look like he's flying on a broomstick, and then at the end, he shows you how it's done, and that has 2.3 billion views.
I've seen it.
That's crazy.
Have you seen it, Alyssa?
I have seen it, and I was very confused that this was the most watched. I get it why it's the most watched because it's cool, but for some reason I thought it was going to be like one of the big TikTokers.
I agree. Oh, we have an early fan of Zach since the Vine days. Love that.
Yay. Love it. Loved Vine. All right, so there's only a few TikTok updates. So TikTok has established a deal with Amazon. So there's a new Amazon integration that will allow users to make Amazon purchases in stream without actually even going to the Amazon app. So a whole nother way to spend too much money on TikTok. So now you can make all those purchases right from TikTok. I don't know if that's a good thing, but we'll see.
I know, Alyssa, that you've bought a few things from TikTok before, so maybe this will increase your interest more.
I know. I'm trying to not buy things off on TikTok, Instagram. I'm trying not to give in to the ads. It's never as good as what you think it's going to be.
Yeah, I've never bought from TikTok or Instagram, but it's taken a lot of willpower.
I know, they're so good at advertising it. And then the second TikTok update is that TikTok now has group chats and stickers in DMs. So I think through 2024 so far, we've seen a lot of focus on DMs and like the experience you have with that like one-on-one connection. So now I'm noticing TikTok is starting to enhance their DMs, group chats, all that kind of stuff. So I think we'll probably see more updates within the DMs through the rest of the year. And I'll pass it to Jessie.
Amazing. Okay, so we like our trivia. Trivia break before we get into LinkedIn updates. Who is the most followed person on LinkedIn?
Who is it? While you guys guess, I'm going to take a look at Emily's question here. Any updates on what's happening with views? People are experiencing delayed views that could be related to high moderation in a place due to the US elections. I have seen some people saying that their videos are getting a lot less views than they did before. I think with TikTok, it's very up and down with views. Sometimes you could be getting them right away really fast, and other times a video might take 2 weeks before it's actually getting views. So it's kind of all over the place. I'm not exactly sure why it is, but I do know if you focus on your video SEO, that can really help on TikTok, and your TikTok engagement on your videos really helps. We actually have a TikTok webinar on moderation and engagement in, I think it's 2 weeks. So keep an eye out for that because we'll be talking all about that.
I would also add, and this is purely an assumption that try to avoid in this time any keyword that might be somehow related to politics, because that might also impact your views. If possible. I know not every industry is possible here. All right, so I have a bunch of votes here in the comments on who the most followed person on LinkedIn is, and actually a bunch of you have guessed right. So it is Bill Gates. Congrats to all of the trivia winners here. And I actually just learned today that Microsoft owns LinkedIn. I don't know how I didn't know that before, but it makes sense.
I know. That was kind of new to me as well. I guess I've never really thought about it. Like, who owns LinkedIn?
Yeah, same. All right, so let's go over a few LinkedIn updates. So LinkedIn launches in-feed carousels over the past few weeks. LinkedIn has been rolling in-feed carousels of video clips. I haven't seen one yet, actually. I feel like a lot of these slides that I'm presenting are like, oh, it hasn't been rolled out to me quite yet, but I'm curious if anyone else has seen some of this in their LinkedIn.
I also have not. I think with us being in Canada, we are usually the last to get things.
Yeah.
So I feel like I rely on all you guys to tell me how it goes, because we are so far behind.
Ooh, Autumn, you have seen it. Let us know how it works. Like, did you like it? Is there room for improvement? I'll be curious. Kayla's also not seen it, and she's on it all the time. Cool. I'm going to go to the next slide, but I'll be curious to see if anyone else has seen that update. All right, YouTube. So YouTube tests short and long form content in one feed. YouTube has noticed shorts growing in popularity, so it's now testing having both its long form content and its short form content in the same feed. I think this is super interesting. Part of me is like, but I watch shorts to see short videos.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, if you're in the mindset to watch like short 30-second, 1 minute type videos, if you're scrolling and then a long like 10-minute video comes in, you'll be like, wait, what's going on?
That's the same with me on TikTok. I would prefer to watch 1-minute clips of a larger portion of a movie, just like scrolling through those 1-minute clips rather than just watching one chunk at a time. I don't know what it is. Short attention span, probably.
Me too. I'm the same.
Okay, back to the LinkedIn one. I saw that Autumn has replied. The content also didn't fit the platform, in my opinion, but I know LinkedIn is becoming more social versus professional. Interesting. Yeah, I agree that LinkedIn is definitely going towards the more social side of social media. There was a lot of social in one sentence. All right. YouTube is testing picture-in-picture ads. So if you're watching a live stream on YouTube anytime soon, you may see this test. The platform is currently testing picture-in-picture ads within live streams. I feel like a broken record, but I also haven't seen this update yet, though I'm not someone who watches live streams quite often anyway.
Yeah, I don't really watch live streams too much, so I haven't seen this on my end. But I think just from what I've been seeing around, there's been kind of a focus on live streams on like TikTok and YouTube, Instagram. So it's kind of interesting. Like maybe they're trying to make them more popular. I don't know. And maybe they are popular. I just am not watching them. But yeah, it seems like there's been kind of a focus on it.
We have a few conflicting, one person, Jen saying yuck, and Kara saying if it's without sound, whatever. That's fair. I also imagine that if you pay for premium, you'll probably not see these.
Yeah, probably.
All right, YouTube brings QR codes to all channels, and they've been testing this feature for a few months, and it's finally been released. Again, haven't seen it myself. Really curious if anyone else has.
It's interesting because I get having a QR code if you're out at like a conference or something, you're like, hey, connect to my YouTube. But other than that, I don't see it being that useful. Maybe it is. I don't know. I haven't seen too much talk about it after it's been released, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm also a little confused because typically you can click, it's not like Instagram where you can't click the link in bio to, or sorry, you can't click the link caption to bring you to whatever page you're trying to get to.
True.
Maybe I'll feel differently when I see one in the wild and I'll be like, wow, this is revolutionary. Right. Pass it back to Alyssa for our last segment.
All right. So we have just a few other headlines here. And so I'll send this presentation actually now in the chat so that you can access some of these links. But I did link here. Google provided a detailed outline on some emerging trends right now. So if you want to take a look at that, that is linked there. And then Snapchat reaches 11 million paying subscribers, which is crazy. And that's actually out of all the social platforms, Snapchat has the most paying subscribers out of them all. So crazy. Snapchat is just always growing, which is crazy to me. But yeah, they have 11 million paying subscribers, which is crazy. And then Pinterest released a fall trend report, and it's actually very interesting if you want to look at it. It pretty much outlines all the trending things in fashion, decor, cooking, hobbies, all that kind of stuff. So I love Pinterest, so I love looking at these things. And then there's also another report. I'm just realizing most of these are interesting reports that are linked. But if you want to know the impact of social media purchases, there was a survey done recently by Wallet Hub, and it was very interesting. So all of those are linked in the Google Slides that I put out in the chat. So you can dive deeper into those. And that's everything. This is definitely the shortest social media roundup in months. Everyone was on vacation, I guess.
Before we go, I want to pitch our poll one more time. Here is the link in the chat. I see 38 votes so far with currently Instagram. Oh, maybe I should have said that for those who haven't participated yet. But so far, Instagram may or may not be winning the poll as the hardest platform to keep up to date with. But yeah, as Alyssa said earlier in this call, if you participate, you have a chance to win one of our Amazon gift cards. And all you have to do is click on the poll, which is nice.
Yes, definitely head over there and vote, and I'll be announcing the winner tomorrow at noon. And then you have until Tuesday at noon to post on LinkedIn. Let us know what your favorite update was and tag HeyOrca, and I will be choosing another winner on Tuesday. So 2 chances to win. And I think there's going to be a lot of sales because of Labor Day next week. So could be a good time to get a gift card. But yeah, so Tuesday until noon. And our webinar next week, we're going to be talking about how you can build a personal brand. We actually did this, I think it was our first webinar of 2024. And it was so good. So we're going to be doing it again. So definitely come next week and learn all about personal branding. And I will put the link in the chat. Awesome. Well, that is everything. Thank you, everyone, for bearing with us for our technical difficulties and me falling off my chair at the beginning of the call. But, you know, you never know what's going to happen in these webinars. So you always have to make sure you attend. Yeah, we keep things interesting for sure.
Have a great long weekend for everyone who has Monday off.
Yay. Yes. Have an awesome long weekend, and maybe we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye all.